Hey everyone, welcome back. I thought I'd come up to one of my favourite spots today and just talk about some of the stoves and things I have. I had a few at home previously and I've just been having sort out and dragged some of them out, and I've also recently acquired a couple of new ones. So I thought it'd be good to just get them out, show them, and as it's now mid-December, I thought I'd do a little bit of a Christmassy themed sort of cook on one and do a few bits. I was accused in my last sort of Christmas video of having a bit too much hatitude throughout the video, so there'll be one hat change in this one, and again that'll be at the end when I do the Christmas stuff, so you don't have to worry about that. So there's sort of three types of stove that I mainly use. One's wood burning stoves, like small twig stoves, a spirit burning stove, be like Trangia based, or a gas stove. They all serve different purposes, and I don't think anyone's better than the other. So I'm going to start with the wood burning and work my way up from there. So the first one is my Bushbox stove. I had this for a long time. I made the pouch for this, and these are also available on my Etsy store, so there's a little plug there for this. They do come in cloth bags when you buy them, but I just wanted something a bit more stronger and robust to put it in. You may have seen me use this on other videos. This is a twig burning stove, but it can also be used with a Trangia as well. The only thing with twig burning stoves is they can get a little dirty and messy. This just folds out. And you've got an ash pan that goes underneath. There, filthy already. And you've got your little peg things for resting your cup on the top. You can also put these pegs through to they slot through, and there you can put your Trangia inside and adjust the height you want the Trangia to be at. So yeah, the Firebox stove, one of my favourites. Had it a few years now, and yeah, the only thing is it's a bit heavy, but it's a great piece of kit. Incidentally, these fit the Bushbox stove as well, so they're good for both. Next up, it's something I haven't actually used as yet, and it's not designed to be a stove as such, but it's a veg steamer, one which folds out. I've seen these used a number of times by people there. Don't have to have that bit in the middle, but it's a great thing. It's got some legs, just keep it off the ground a little bit. You can light a fire in that, put your pan on top, and therefore you don't have to actually have a fire on the ground. This will come out of me at some point next year, and I'll give it a full test then. But for a couple of quid off Amazon, this is a great little starter thing for people who want to have fires outside but don't want to have them on the ground. That's it for the twig burning stoves. I only have the two, and next I'm going to move on to Trangia. So this little thing is fantastic. I've used it on loads of little trips and adventures, and it runs off MEFs or alcohol-based fuel, and it seals up. You can leave the fuel inside it because it's all sealed with rubber. I don't know if you can see the fuel in there. Don't want to spill it, but there's a little bit in there at the moment. And I used to use it all the time with this little bit of kit, and this was a few quid off eBay. And so it's just these two bits here which slot together, and then they just sit on the top like that, and you can rest your pot on there. With that, I just had this little fold out windshield which goes around, so the heat is concentrated on the pot rather than just being blown around. It's a very lightweight bit of kit. The only disadvantage with that is you can't use the simmer ring, which is this thing here, which you can adjust to the flame, so if you don't want it roaring out, there's no way you can use it on top of that. So you just have to have it as full flame with that, with this on the top. Next up is a stove which unfortunately you can't get anymore. I believe you can't get anymore. It's made by my friend Richard of Richard Outdoors, and this is his fire trough. This is the fire trough mini, and this can be used as a twig stove as well, but I found it just a bit small for that, so I prefer to use it with a Trangia. And this all just slots together, and it's great for just making a quick brew. And again, it's very lightweight. All right, there we go. You can see his logo on there. So there also comes with a little ash vent on there, but at the moment, just inside, I've got the Trangia disc. This is one of my newest pieces of kit. I got it recently off the Facebook Marketplace. It's a Swedish mess kit, and it's the M44, I believe. The M40 is the stainless steel version, and this is the aluminium version, making it the 44. It's great, lightweight, sort of compact bit of kit. There's 2 pans in this, and there's various ways it can be used. Put it together, but that's sort of one of the pans there with the thing. This is so you can put your Trangia inside, and it all rests on top. Try and do this. The lid becomes a pan as well, and it has these rings here that you can put a stick through to make a longer handle, and so that's your top pan there. That'll fit in the top, so that'll fit in like that above the Trangia, and therefore you can heat things in there. You have your main pan there, which you can hang up as well, and inside that there's a little plastic cookser, which is quite handy. The only thing it didn't come with was the little bottle that contains the mess fluid, but I will try and track one of those down. But I do have other bottles anyway, but I don't have the actual bottle that's meant for it. I intend to take all this out and use it properly when I do my military gear camp sometime in the new year. No idea when that's going to be. It's still in the planning stages at the moment. I've got a friend who's going to come out and do it with me, and he's got a lot of military gear as well, so we're going to be doing a military retro camp, maybe even in this woods here. Another new bit of kit that I acquired recently was the Trangia, and this is the 27 size, which is the smaller one of the 2, but the big one was a bit too big for me. This is the non-stick version. Again, this is a Facebook Marketplace buy, so I got it second hand, but it was a good price. I've added a couple of little bits to it because it needed a new strap. It didn't come with a bag, so I got that as well. So in here, there's a little sort of frying pan, chopping board cum strainer. That's the base part where the Trangia drops in there, and you can drop a gas burner in there, which I do have with this. So there's a kettle as well in there. I've just got the gas burner coiled up, and there's 2 non-stick pots. So forgive me, I'm having trouble here. And there's bird poo everywhere, so I'm really reluctant to put things down on the ground. And this is the windshield, which locks onto the base there like that. So you can have your gas burner or Trangia in there. All the pots fit in, and there's these little bits here which move, which you can do that. So there's a bit of a space. Or if you're going for the big pan, you flip these out, and then you can rest that on there like that. I'll be using this later on to do the little cook up. This will be the first use of it out in the field. I've used it in my garden. It works brilliantly. It is a little bulky, but it's a nice bit of kit. And with all the other pans, if you were out and about, you could do a proper meal as opposed to just heating up some noodles or something like that. So this is the last piece of kit that I have, and it's one of the first ones I bought when I started camping. It is just solely a gas stove. The Trangia cook kit beforehand is a gas stove as well as for use with the Trangia Burner as well. So it's a dual stove. So yeah, this is a Jetboil. It's a all-in-one kind of gas stove. It has everything you need here, including the base, which can become a cup. And there's a measuring unit on there. I don't know if you can see that at all. I don't know if it will focus. And it has a neoprene outer shell which you can put a spoon in, so you have everything here. The top you can drink through as well, so it looks like a coffee cup you'd get from a shop. And also in the lid here is a hole that you can, if you want, buy a plunger if you're going to make coffee in here, and it acts as like a cafetiere as well. So it has like multiple uses. When I bought this, I opted for the extra piece here, which means you can use any pan on the top. You don't have to just rely on this cup bit here. You can put bigger pans on as well. It was just a few quid extra, so I got that. The good thing about this is the gas fits inside it as well, so it is all self-contained, and the burner is inside along with a stand for the gas bottle. I've added this little bit of toilet roll on here just to protect, because it has its own starter here, and I just wanted to protect that so it wouldn't get damaged. So that just holds that gas above it there. So there's a little trick there. All right, there we go. There's the full setup there. So that will stand. And it's self-igniting, and you're ready to go. This bit here just unclips like that, so you can take that away, drink from it, eat from it, whatever. And if you wanted to use the bigger pan, there we go, clips on there like that, so you have another little burning stove there. So that's all my stoves. Could be a bit excessive, could be very underwhelming for some. It depends on what you like. I will be using all of them at various times. Like I say, some I haven't yet, but give me a chance and I'll get out there. But yeah, something I just thought some of you might be interested in. Hopefully you've enjoyed that and found it useful in case you were planning on getting any bit of kit. Any questions on anything, please ask me below in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer, and I'll always try and answer all my comments. Right, let's get cooking. Right, just to make this a little bit Christmassy, I have some mulled wine, non-alcoholic because I'm driving, and one of my all-time favourite foods. And I'll be talking with Paul Smith of Paul Smith Primitive Bushcraft, and we both said, why do we only have pigs and blankets at Christmas? Because they're so nice, and they should be all year round because they're beautiful. So I'm going to be cooking up a load of these as well. Cheers everyone, Merry Christmas. Oh, lovely. Right, here we go. Cooled down enough now. Oh. Absolutely beautiful. 2023 has been a bit of a strange year in terms of filming and videos. I've been out a few times and filmed bits which I didn't end up using. I might put it together for a sort of end of year compilation. I have been out and visited a few friends. I did Richard early in the year, that was a great trip, and Paul up in Scotland, again another great trip. Both different but equally fun, and with lots of good food on both of them, which I'm hoping it's going to become a bit of a theme, because I do like cooking outdoors and I like being cooked for outdoors as well. So I'm hoping that next year is going to bring loads more trips like that, and I get to film them and share them with you. I'm not going to push myself too hard. I'm just going to do what I enjoy doing and carry on that way, and I hope you stick with me. I'm getting nearer to 1,000 subs now, still about 150 off, but I'm slowly getting there. I do have a giveaway planned when it happens, and it will be some of my level work. My level work is still happening, it's just slowed down somewhat, and I'm guessing, again, cost of living and just me not promoting it enough. I haven't been pushing it, and I in all the various forms, you know, in Instagram, Facebook, even the Etsy ads and stuff. So I'm going to be hoping to drive that forward a bit more next year as well. Just generally pick up the pace on things. We'll see how it goes. But for now, thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me and sticking by me, for those of you who have. I hope you have a great Christmas and New Year, and I'll see you next year. Cheers.